Hey there, Curaleaf traders and investors. It's Rod with POW Group. Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Also, I'm to the best MJ community. Today is Wednesday. Happy Hump Day, May 29th. Hope you're doing absolutely awesome. In this video, we're going to be discussing Curaleaf. You might not be doing that awesome after this video. Unfortunately, I am the bearer of bad news today, but this is not me. This is just what the charts are saying. We do have a bear flag that is very close to confirming, and we could be targeting 521. There's a lot of support in that $5 psychological area as well. So we'll take a look at the chart. I'll give my thoughts and opinions on the price action in the days, weeks, months ahead and leading up to today. And like I said, this is not financial advice. I sound like a broken record, but this is for entertainment purposes only. You should never buy or sell anything based on anything that I say. Also, full disclosure, I do own Curaleaf in my portfolio. It's my second biggest holding. If you haven't seen my MJ Portfolio 2024 update with percentages, I give my entire MJ portfolio with my holdings and the weighting of each. Before we get to it, make sure to smash the like. It helps support me in the channel. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell, all that good stuff, and you'll be notified on any future videos or live streams. Also, you can follow us over on X, formerly Twitter. The handle for that is @GroupPow. Going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward. I did tag Boris Jordan a couple times as well on X, looking to get an interview with him, and I noticed that Raj Grover followed me as well, so potentially get an interview with Raj over at High Tide. But I know a lot of people would love to see an interview with Boris Jordan and Raj, so I've been working hard on that, and I'll continue to do so. So at the moment, not looking good. We do have a daily bear flag. We confirmed a daily downtrend as well. We've been consolidating on the weekly time frame for the last couple of weeks, which just means we're losing the low of the previous candle, and we're consolidating. We're pulling back. On the daily time frame, we confirmed a daily downtrend with a lower high and lower low, and we had another weak bounce here just yesterday, and it resulted in another daily consolidation candle afterwards, meaning we're losing the low of yesterday today, and we closed at the low of the day today. Key support was there at 614, and we hit 616, so it's essentially a double bottom, but like I said, closing near the low, daily downtrend still intact. It was a very weak bounce. Anything on this bounce here, we were bouncing because we broke the high of the previous candle on Monday, and this is on the TSX, so it was open. One of the only that have uplisted to the Canadian major exchange. TerraSem was the first to do so, and Curaleaf said it was in talks with a U.S. major exchange about uplisting to in the U.S. So if we take a look at what we know about the Canadian LPs, the NASDAQ said it's warming up to Canadian companies with U.S. exposure. So you can put two to two together. It's probably the NASDAQ that they were speaking with, right? So that's more than likely going to happen, but it's probably going to be after rescheduling is pretty much a done deal, right? It's not a done deal yet. It's the process is officially started, but it's not officially enacted or approved. So the comment period is July 22nd. I think we're going to probably slow bleed until then, and then leading into that comment period ending, and then into August is where we should start to see things ramp up again. But if we take our measured move here on the daily time frame from the high to the low, move it out to our 0.382 fib, it says we're targeting about 521 as the thumbnail would suggest. And then, like I said, on the weekly time frame, losing the low of the previous weekly candle for the last 2 weeks in a row, so consolidating there for 2 weeks in a row. Monthly time frame, we started monthly consolidation. And if you're investing in US MJ, Canadian MJ, you want to be watching everything because it gives you ideas, right? The sector moves together, but not down to the day, the second, the minute. But on a monthly time frame, yearly time frame, the charts look very samey. So if you look at the monthly time frame on MSOS, well, we're starting monthly consolidation, meaning we lost the low of the previous monthly candle. So what do you think? If we're looking at MSOS, it's just a barometer. It's a way to kind of gauge, if I see monthly consolidation on MSOS and we're losing the low of the previous monthly candle, what am I going to assume on every single US MJ company that I look at, because it's an ETF that tracks all the US majors, right? So, Green Thumb and Curaleaf, being the biggest holdings, well, I'm going to expect monthly consolidation. And then lo and behold, GTII, monthly consolidation, Trueleaf, monthly consolidation, and Curaleaf, monthly consolidation, losing the low. So we don't have any support on Curaleaf in the price action until 512 there on the monthly time frame. Same thing with the weekly, nothing until 512. Daily time frame, nothing until 512. So it's looking like we're heading to daily oversold conditions, bear flag, 521, and then potential for an overshoot to that $5 psychological mark. I think anywhere, again, not telling you to buy, sell, or hold, but I think anywhere, even you could even start scaling in now, but I think anywhere around that $6 to $5 area, anything under 5 is definitely a screaming buy in my opinion. But Germany looking to fast track Pillar 2, Florida potentially coming online. I think that's going to pass. Pennsylvania, Ohio. We have New Hampshire looking to become the 25th state to legalize adult use. So it's looking good. It's just, like I said, at the moment, we're probably going to slow bleed, and that sell in May go away. Everybody's going to think it's going to be that summer lull and drop off of activity. They're probably going to be proven right for the first month or so. And then, like I said, into that comment period, I think that's when we're going to start to ramp up. And the more that it looks like it's imminent and that we're actually going to get rescheduling, because a lot of people are saying it's going to take years, right? One article from the Green Market Report, 7 years, and then later on they remove that in the 7 years. But if you added up all of the steps, it actually did, add up to almost 7 years. And then even my interview with Morgan Fox, political director at Normal, he said, this could take several years, right? So that's the kind of the expectation right now. And I think it could happen before the election, because, not to get political, I could care less. I'm from Canada. I don't get a vote anyway, but I just want what's best for MJ. And if Biden were not to reschedule it, like I thought maybe there was a slight chance that it gets descheduled. I'm not thinking that anymore, because the chances of that happening before the election are pretty much slim to none. So the best bet, in my opinion, is rescheduling to Schedule 3. That's going to make exchanges comfortable for uplisting. That's going to be another whole wave of hype and euphoria and bullish momentum, fuel on the fire, so to speak. And then also, not just that, but banking, safe banking, right? We could see access to traditional banking as well once we get rescheduling. So I think the most likely scenario is we get rescheduling before the elections, or, like I said, it's Biden's political death sentence at that point. And then Dems might even lose control of the Senate and not gain control of the House, because that's basically why all of them were put there in the first place, right? So in my opinion, that has to happen. And then on the weekly time frame, again, we're just looking at confluence, right? It just means when we're looking for confluence, it just means we're looking for multiple signals, indicators, patterns, trying to say the same thing. And right now, no daily support, no monthly support, no weekly support till 512, daily bear flag, downtrend, monthly consolidation, bear flag targeting 521, no real support until 512, and then after that, 5 psychological. Then we look here, and we lost the 10-week moving average. We had a bear cross of the stochastic and the MACD on the weekly time frame. This is a pretty bearish chart, right? Especially in the short term here, the short to medium term. Long term, I think it's looking really good, right? We could be gearing up for the first ever 50 and 200 weekly bull cross, but that's likely going to be months away. And then we do have the 50 weekly there at 583. So there's a lot of support coming up here in the fives. And we do have the 200-day moving average there at 598. But like I said, if we do lose, 580, we're probably heading down to 521, that daily bear flag target in a hurry, and daily oversold conditions, which a lot of names, that'll be decent entries in my opinion if you're looking to add long term. But yeah, it's not looking too hot, unfortunately. We just have to take it, roll with the punches, take it as it is. There's nothing we can do. Like I said, this rescheduling announcement, there were so many times where they dangled it in front of us, right? The first time was HHS, and we were kind of expecting that. First, we had Biden calling on HHS to start the review, and then in August, right, the end of August, HHS approved it, or not approved, but recommended it. And then last day of August, and then the last day of April, we have the DEA saying, yeah, we agree, we should do that. Let's basically get the ball rolling, right? And get the wheels in motion. And then, a couple weeks after that, oh, it's official. The process has officially started. It's hitting the Federal Register and the comment period has begun, right? So people are just kind of losing interest. Plus, there's so much interest right now in like NVDA, right? Monthly bull flag there, and big tech, crypto as well. Ethereum ETFs just got approved. So crypto, remember, MJ entered a brand new multi-year bull market and a new all-time highs pretty much on across every MJ name when crypto and big tech went into a bear market in 2018. So something similar could happen where, we're looking for MJ to end a multi-year bear market and start a multi-year bull market, and crypto has just been on absolute fire, right, ever since March 2020, and then same thing with big tech and AI, right? So once those start to top out here over the next, call it 6 to 12 months, in my opinion, then we should start to see MJ, kind of steal the spotlight. So yeah, I wish I had better news, but unfortunately it's not looking too hot at the moment. But I'm going to definitely be looking to pick up some over the next couple of days. I've been looking to add to my Curaleaf position, and maybe even I did add some Cron, some VFF, some Oxy. I still don't own any direct TrueLeaf. I might look to pick up a little bit more GTII as well on a pullback. Let's see if that one's a daily bear flag. Yeah, it is. So if we take a look at GTII real quickly here, and I'll just get rid of this previous one. So very weak bounce. So just a quick estimate, we could be targeting about 1235 Canadian. So So hopefully this video was helpful. Like I said, I wish I had better news. This is why it pays to be diversified, not just in one MJ stock, but outside of MJ as well. Right? I did a video on INSG. I was up. It looks actually like an MJ stock. It's actually crazy. If you actually look at the CGC chart, it's very similar. And that's something I wanted to mention as well. But yeah, INSG is a communications and 5G play, and I was up, I think, almost 400% on that one. So, you need to be diversified, right? Have a cash position, be able to dollar cost average. And something I wanted to mention as well is CGC earnings are tomorrow. So, it's not looking too hot because we haven't started monthly consolidation yet. I've been saying for many weeks now that, CGC is still in a monthly downtrend, while Curaleaf and a lot of names are in uptrends on the monthly time frame. We still are in a downtrend on CGC, so we still need the higher low and the higher high. Once we lose the low of the previous monthly candle, we'll look for a higher low. But again, that low was at 609 last month. So I didn't think that was the most likely scenario this month, because from where we opened this month, we would have had to pull back over 56% just to start monthly consolidation. So the more than likely, the most likely scenario is what we're going to see is we're going to hold 609 for the next couple of days, right? We have 1 day, 22 hours left in this monthly candle. And then into next month, potentially a monthly inside bar, and then into monthly consolidation. Like I said, tighten up, and then into end of July, August, after the comment period, that's when things start to heat up, and we just confirm one by one all across the board monthly uptrend. CGC, ACB yet to do it. And again, if CGC hasn't confirmed a monthly uptrend or a higher low yet, well, that is going to more than likely add sell pressure to the sector if CGC keeps pulling back and ACB, right? And we just started a monthly consolidation on a lot of our US names, right? Curaleaf included. So hopefully that was helpful. I'll do a review on Canopy earnings as well going into tomorrow. If you haven't seen my earnings prep video, I posted that. It was well over a week now, and I posted a video yesterday on CGC. Can it save the sector? I'm not holding my breath. I would gladly be wrong on that. Not, I just don't see CGC earning. There's probably not going to be any insight into Canopy USA. That's more than likely the next quarter, they said, but might even be the quarter after that, because as we know, sometimes they're pretty slow. And there was some issues, I think, with, kind of fine-tuning the details with regards to the acreage. Jetty and Wana were easy because they were private, but public company is a little bit different story, right? So again, we'll see what happens tomorrow, but I'll keep everybody up to date. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. We'll continue the conversation there. It's Rod with Power Group. Thanks again for joining us in the pursuit of wealth. Have a great night, and we'll see you again on the next update.